Howdy, this is a working demo of the web application. I will first give an overview of the site, then I'll dive into some testing. So here's the home page. It's pretty basic. It contains a link to the report, which will bring it up in PDF form, which contains the overview of the entire site, how it was developed, consists of low-level, high-level design, as well as future implementation. Also contains links for registering and login, and if your user is already logged in, these will disappear and there will be a log out button. Here's the about page. The about page contains the purpose of the web application and the questions we are looking answers for. It's pretty basic. Here's the database page. The database page provides the framework for inserting data into the database. So you must be logged in order to access the database and insert data. There's a search page which shows a visualization of search results. Users can filter data, search by date, search by region, and when they do this, they'll be given a map of clustered regions if the location is not specified, as well as a timeline, interactive timeline that can be you can look for different patterns, as well as a grid of thumbnails. The contact page, it's a pretty basic page. It's just a place where site visitors can ask questions or leave comments. So now I'm going to dive into some testing. Since it takes a few minutes for emails to be sent, I'll start with the register and contact pages. So first I'm going to try and register a new account. Okay, so first off, it doesn't let you move on if any of the fields are empty. The name must be at least 3 characters long, and it doesn't let you actually even add numbers to it. First it does a search on the database to see if the email already exists in the system. If it does exist in the system, it's going to say, hey, this exists, it's taken. It won't let you move on, even if you fill out the form data and press the button, it still won't let you move on. The password field's right here. It shows how strong your password is while you're typing it. And you must confirm your password before you can move on. So if we add this, they match. This is already taken, so let's try and create. Oh, you must have strong password, so it says you can't do that. So let's just make it very strong. Now it says, oh, email's already in system, so let's just pick a new email. Okay, so now it just gives you a welcome message. It says, welcome Austin Griffin. All users must first be approved by administration. You will not be able to access the application page until the account has been approved. You will receive an email shortly. Okay, so now I'm going to test the contact page. Let's first try without some empty fields, so it doesn't let you go if there's anything empty. So now let's just add email. Send that away, and it says, thank you for your inquiry. We'll respond to your message at austingriff@tmu.edu. Please check your email soon. So this basically just says we'll be in touch with you shortly. While we're still waiting on the emails, I'm going to test the login page. So let's first test it with no data. So it tells you to fill out the form. So now let's try it with bogus email. It tells them that the email's not found. So now let's try with an unactivated account, because this is the account we just created. so the account is not activated because we haven't approved them yet. And so now let's try an account that actually does exist. But the wrong password. Incorrect password. And we have successfully logged in and been directed to the database page. Okay, so now we have gotten these emails. This is the one from the contact page. Basically says, I have a question, and this is a question, which is what the same data that we entered into the form. Now we have this other email, which is this is the email for approving an account. So after the user logged in or created the account, admin was sent this message to activate an account. It says the request has been made by Austin Griffin at their email to create an account. Please click the link to approve the request. So once the link is clicked, it says activation success. The account has been activated. Now what this script will do is it'll also send an email to the user alerting them that it has been activated. So now I'm going to do some database testing. So let's first try uploading a new image. So let's try with no file. So it says no file has been set, try again. So now let's try just uploading an image and upload. Bam, it's there. This also is the next page where you can add info to it. But let's go back for now. Okay, so I've also implemented uploading multiple images at a time. This just entails selecting multiple images, and this has an on event listener, so as soon as it uploads them, it starts uploading the files. And then it will preview all the files that were uploaded. And note that this upload mechanism is doing the actual file size, as where the upload a single image resizes it to a fixed width. In the future, I think it might be beneficial to actually go with the actual size, upload the raw image. Okay, so now let's select an existing image. To do this, we just select an existing image. What it does is it compiles a list of all the images in the database and makes them selectable. So let's just choose a random one here. Then it brings up the image and the image info. If you click on an already cropped image, it will select it, bring up the taxonomy information, and also reselect the region within the image. Say if we want to come over here and crop this thing over here. Crop image, just rescales it to this width right here, selects it, and now here's the info for this selected region. Notice that none of these are filled out, and if we come over here to this one, they are filled out. Here's the image info, so you can update the title. Let's just go ahead and do that. This is a comment. It has a date range. So the date range is actually a required field. If it's not there, it's going to tell you to please fill it out. Region is also a required field. If this is not selected, it'll say please fill out this field. Once we submit changes, it successfully updated everything. And notice that location is not required, only region is. If you want to do a date range, you must enter a hyphen. That was not right. And it is still there. So that's pretty much the data entry for that. If you want to see the edit logs, if you are an admin, this option will be available, and it'll show everything that's been edited. So it says it was uploaded on this date by this person, date range was changed from this to this, and pretty much just shows all the edits that happen to the data. Same thing with taxonomy. This has all this information. Now if we select this one and show the edit log, it's only been cropped because nothing has been entered, but let's set this, let's say nothing. Over here it's been updated, show edit log, you can see that sales has changed. So now I'm going to show you the admin page. The admin page has all the options for entering extra information into the database. First, let's look at edit taxonomy characteristics. Here we can create new characteristics. So let's create a size option. And it has been created. We can also edit options inside of other attributes, or change names, or do whatever we want to the taxonomy characteristics. So let's go back. So we also have a manage users. Manage users allows you to promote a user, so we can promote this user from an A level to now a B level, or if we're going to go to even a C level, or demote them back down to a B level. We can ban the user, which will not allow that user to log in, but their record will still be there. And we can also delete a user. So here's the user from earlier that we created. Here's just a random user. So let's just delete this user, test it. Okay, it's deleted. So now let's go. So we can also create new regions. This option allows you to create a region ID. So let's just say we want to create the North Pacific Ocean. Come over here. Let's get the coordinates. Let's create a region name. Let's just give it an ID. Create region, and now that region has been created. So if we come over here and search, we can actually search for that region. Note that there's nothing attached to that region, so we did not get any results. Coming back to the database, we can also create cities and locations. This works the same way. You have to select a region. This field is actually required. Won't let you move on if it is not entered. As well as all the fields. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the search page. Say we want to search for just one location, and if we hit search, it brings up that single location. It's going to zoom the map appropriately and show everything that's within that region. Say if we don't want to specify a region and we can search, then it brings up everything that matches these characteristics. So say we want to just look for 2 masts. Search, it brings up these 2 zones, shows all the images that meet those requirements. It shows you the interactive map, which can be zoomed. It tells you how many images were found, how many taxonomies were found, and matching the date, and how many images match the date. Let's take a look at the date range. So if we look down here, we show that we have records going from 1400 to 1600. So now let's try and changing these. Let's change this from 1400 to 1500. 1550. So note that this is going to happen right in the middle of this date range. These are going to be cut off because they're too high, but this one falls right in the middle. When we search for that, notice that we went all the way up to 1550, but it shows all the way up to 1559 because this time this date range matched. So now let's try it again, but with a different bound. Let's try the lower range this time. So if you look over here, you have 1600. These should, if we go from 1602, so just inside of this one, to 1850, then these will get cut off, but this will also be included because it is within the bounds. It again brings up the map, shows that there's 6 taxonomies and 3 images. Here's all the images. Also, if you type in the date without a space, doesn't matter. So if you instead of use this slider, you just want to type it in like I was. But if you start using the slider, it will reformat it. So that's the web application. Hope you liked it.